Hey friends, it's me, and it is 6:25 on Saturday the 17th, and I'm sitting down in my office editing this vlog for you. This vlog is over 50 minutes long, 50, as in just under an hour. I'm very sorry for the length of this vlog, but I vlogged every single day, and I gave you guys insight every day to the way I was feeling, things I was working on, my progress. I share my troubles, behind the scenes, thoughts, and I even answer some questions that I received from people who are curious about my work life. So there's a lot of info in here and a surprise for those of you who are able to stick it out to the end. But I just wanted to let you know ahead of time, because if you do not want to spend an hour watching me literally just talk to the camera from different views, either through my computer or my iPhone, then maybe this isn't the video for you. But if you're curious to kind of learn about how I organize my week and get things done, I think this will be valuable, and there's definitely nuggets throughout the video. So if you can carve out the time to watch it and you're interested, I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Hello, my charmed ones. Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today is Sunday, September 11th, and I'm sitting in my office, and I just took out my planner and did my planning for the week ahead. And I basically realized that I had a video that was planned out to go up on the 18th, so next Sunday. And I have everything ready for it. It's a really awesome DIY. However, I'm beginning to think that with my Planning for Success Masterclass coming up, I am not sure I'm really going to be able to film that video properly and get it edited and uploaded in time. I am on a little bit of a time crunch this month for September, because I have this masterclass I've been working on, and there's just been like a lot of things going on in my personal life since we moved. We've had like a slew of like contractors and like workmen at our house every week since we moved in, I feel like. So that's kind of put a crunch on my schedule. And then at the end of September, in about I think roughly like a week and a half, I am going on a cruise to Bermuda with my mother and my sister. We're taking a girls trip together. So I have kind of like a short month and a lot of things I'm trying to do this month. So I just thought, you know what? I don't want to rush this DIY because I'm really excited about it. So the next best thing to do, other than thinking up another video idea, which I could do, like I have plenty of video ideas, but I've just been being asked a lot by people to do a vlog. And just so you guys understand, I do not want to daily vlog. I haven't really vlogged in a long time, as you guys know, which is probably why so many of you guys have been asking me about it. It's just something that I don't feel like is something I'm good at, right? So I feel like I'm good at the sit down videos and teaching and explaining, and that's what I'm good at. I feel like my life is really not exciting enough for a vlog. But I thought that I could mitigate that this week by doing like a week in the life, like a work week video, which is what I'm going to do this week. So I'm going to vlog every day this week. It's Sunday today, and I'm hoping I can vlog through Saturday and put up like a full week of my work to give you guys an idea of what it is I work on every day, the sorts of things I do, and particularly the concept that I use of theming my days. I theme my work days. And that is something that I do for priority's sake and productivity's sake, so that I can batch my work and get more done in less time. So today is Sunday. Really, this is not a work day for me, but it's about 3:30 in the afternoon right now, and I've sat down to do my planning. I'm done planning my week out, so I thought I would just flip the camera around and let you see like what my week looks like on my planner before I really get into it. So let's take a peek. Okay, so here is my planner for the week. This is my Charmed Life planner. This is the planner that I have designed, and it's sold as a digital download that you print at home from my shop, and I'll leave a link down below if you guys are interested. And all of these stickers that I use and things like that are things that are my own design, and I think everything on this page, yeah, everything I'm showing is for sale if you guys wanted to buy it, or like maybe it's part of a freebie pack, I'm not even sure. All of my stickers. And I also have in here my turquoise ticket for my Planning for Success Masterclass that happens on the 17th. This is just like a downloadable ticket that people get when they sign up for the event. I like to do this for my digital events because, I don't know, it's nice to have something like physical to put in your planner that's fun and kind of like commemorates the event. So anyway, let's see, I'll pull this guy off a little bit. Okay, so essentially, I've gone in and I've laid out all of my stickers for the week and sort of broken up my work that I have to do. Now, to be honest with you guys, I wrote something in for like every weekday, which I don't normally do. I don't normally partition my work ahead of time because I don't like writing something in and then not doing it that day and having to do it another day because I got, maybe I got too busy, or actually maybe I decided to skip it that day because something else took priority. So, but because this week is so busy preparing for the masterclass, I did write things in because I really do need to keep myself on schedule with my tasks. And for the most part, since I work for myself at home, I don't have to put myself on a schedule in terms of like at 8 o'clock work on this, or at 12 o'clock work on this. But I always function off of the top 3 idea. So my planner inserts have built in a top 3 for each day, because that's how I function. And at the beginning of the week, I like to put in my top 5 projects that I'm working on for the week, which my top 5 projects can vary, but 3 of them ultimately are always like my blog posts, my YouTube videos, and like my email newsletter. So the extra projects that I'm working on this week are the masterclass, and I also have to do my taxes because I don't know if it's actually the 15th or just the end of the week. The quarterly estimated taxes are due in the US, but I need to get them in and submitted. I always do it by the 15th of every month. Not every month, I'm sorry, of each month that they're due, and they're due on like a quarterly basis. But it doesn't necessarily make sense. If you're a business owner in the US, you know what the schedule is. But if you're not, it doesn't really pertain to you, so you're probably not too worried about it. So anyway, I list out the top 5 projects for the week, and then I use the rest of my stickers to really organize information. So my blog posts, I just kind of like write them out here so I can keep track of when they get done. I've got this sticker here that's for development for my masterclass. These are just things I need to get done this week. This is just a checklist for the downloads that I need to finish for the masterclass. I like to keep a list of the dinner ideas that I have, like the dinners that we actually have like on deck for the week, and I write them out on just like a checklist. Sometimes I use like a Monday through Sunday sort of checklist, but I just use a generic one. It's like whatever I have on hand. I don't get too picky about it. I like to leave a sticker that's like a blank line sticker for basically like a brain dump or random notes, or things that like don't necessarily pertain to the week or any particular day. It's just like something I've thought up. I keep track of things that way. I use a sticker for my webinar. And then I've got a couple like quotes and just cute things. But for the most part, I just use my stickers for organization. So this is what the week looks like before I really get started working on things. And I'll fill things in as I go along, as other items kind of pop up. But that's how I'm starting my week. Okay, so it is Monday morning at about 9:30, and I just sat down at my desk in my office. I have my breakfast with me right now and a big bottle of water, and I'm just eating and drinking and going through my emails and my messages before I start my workday. This is pretty much how I get started. Is I do like to address my emails and like messages or whatever I see first thing. So I will do that first while I'm kind of eating breakfast before I jump into the bulk of my work for today. Now, what I'm doing today is blog posts because it is Monday and I theme my days. So Mondays are the days that I do blog posts. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes on that as much as I can. It's kind of hard to like describe like the process of how I create like content like entirely, but I'll give you guys some tips and you guys will be able to see, like kind of like the general process for how I get my blog posts done. And I do them in a batch on Mondays for the next week. So today is the 12th of September. The blog post I work on will be for the week of the 18th. Technically, 19th is the Monday. So the 19th. So next Monday through, my blog posts are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So those are the blog posts for next week that I'll be working on today. Okay, so I want to give you guys a few quick blogging tips as you guys watch me put together a blog post here in accelerated speed. First of all, I love the program Scrivener to help me organize my blog posts and all of my writing. So I highly recommend that if you are able to get that program. Number 2, when it comes to me developing a blog post, I always start with a great title. So this title could be brainstormed from questions I receive from my community, things that I see that are going on in the world, like things that I feel like people are having issues with or want to know more about, or just things that I'm currently struggling with. So I start with a great blog post title. And then what I do is I generally will outline a few points for myself. And as you can see here, these points normally come as questions. So when I'm going through this blog post, I will actually just answer questions until I have a full blog post created like you see here. Once the blog post is fully written, I will go and select an image or take an image. So you're watching me here go through and take an image that I already had from a previous blog post and just add a title to it so that it's applicable to this post. And I do that in Adobe Photoshop. Next, I will go ahead and basically put that post and build it in the back end of my site. So you can see me here just formatting the post, adding links to any outside content that I want to reference within the post, and just doing all of the general housekeeping of setting this blog post up, like my image, and just make sure everything's formatted right and all that jazz. In case you're wondering, yes, I did catch the typo in the post title. I found it after I was done recording all these clips. And generally speaking, when it comes to me editing my blog posts and content, I like to edit as I go. That's pretty much how I function. So as I finish writing a paragraph, I like to reread it and check it for typos and make sure it sounds good. And if I ever miss a typo or something like that, I don't stress about it. This is the internet. I can always edit a post later. Okay, so it is now Tuesday morning at just about 8 a.m. Yesterday, I had a really productive day. I got all those blog posts done that I needed to. Then I ended up writing the rest of my script for the planning masterclass that's coming up on Saturday, which was, I can't even believe I got the blog writing done and that writing done. It was a very heavily writing day for me. And then after that, I was kind of on a roll. So I just went ahead and developed the web page for the class. So I got a bunch of things done for that project yesterday. I was working from about, I think you guys see me start at about 9:30, and I was in bed at 10 finishing up the webpage, and then I went right to sleep because obviously I was exhausted. I worked most of the way through, except for taking a break for making and eating dinner. But other than that, I was working yesterday, which is not something I always do, and I don't think that people should work all day long. But there is definitely a reason, because I have a project coming up, and sometimes you have to push yourself a little bit harder to meet a deadline. And of course, I was feeling motivated. If I wasn't feeling motivated, I wouldn't have done it. So I was really on a roll yesterday, and I'm hoping to keep that up today. It is, like I said, I think I already said, it's a little bit after 8 now, and I got up pretty early this morning, out of bed and ready early this morning. As you can see, this is my normal state of my hair, super curly. You guys normally see it straightened, yeah, I got ready very quickly because I didn't bother doing my hair. And I came downstairs because I woke up this morning and I had I had a weird nightmare, which I'm not going to go into it. But I woke up and I was just checking through my phone, and I was just looking at things, and I came across a bit of, I would say it's inspiration or motivation for me, that I keep on my phone. I mean, I try to keep a lot of inspiration in my photos file on my phone, but I found this one thing that, it was a comment that someone had made about me and my products, and basically the work I do online. And I'm not going to share it because, I mean, it's on the internet. You guys may have seen it, a comment somewhere because it's public. But basically, I saved that comment because it really meant something special to me. Because I feel sometimes, and you guys really don't see this so much, my work can get overwhelming for me, not necessarily in the amount of work I have to do, but just putting yourself out there day in and day out and making yourself available to people and pouring a lot of thought and energy into the products that you create. This comment really just touched me because it really just reminded me why I do what I do. I know that I feel I have a very unique place in the planner community. Most people review planners and talk about stickers and, show you their plan with me's, but I've taken a different approach, which is that I really think that the people who are drawn to planners, that a segment of them, maybe not everybody, but a segment of them for sure, are people who really want to do more in their life and achieve more in their life. And they're turning to planners as a means to get themselves organized. And so I feel the work I do is so important because it's not just, showing you guys a cute planner spread, right? And it's even more than just selling my digital files of my planner. I really think the meat of what I do and what's so important is that I know that my strategies, when someone is ready and willing to hear the strategies and implement them, that they can have a really positive impact in your life. And that is what planning is for me. And that's what I hope that planning is for more of you. It's not just about planners and stickers and fun stationery. It's all great and fun, and it's a wonderful hobby. But for me, planning is more about making sure that I can get to my goals and make the things happen in my life that I want to happen. And that's really what this Planning for Success Masterclass is all about that's coming up. And I realize by the time this video goes up, it's already over. So, but I probably will repackage it and put it up in my shop for anyone who's interested. But that is what I'm pouring myself into right now is, I know that a lot of you say that I'm inspirational, and I think that's wonderful. I'm glad to be a source of inspiration and motivation for you guys. But I could sit around and write inspirational books all day about planning and productivity that just give you like fun quotes and maybe some interesting anecdotes and stories. But instead, I pour my knowledge into creating classes and products that are not just information based and like lecture, but also include with you a bunch of downloads that are actual worksheets where you're following along and filling out a worksheet. And suddenly it's not just that you've learned a strategy that you now have to implement. You've learned a strategy and you've mapped the strategy out for what it looks like in your life. And then you are better equipped to move forward. So those worksheets, like I said, that's what I'm working on today for the masterclass. So just, I guess, a little bit of show and tell here. I've got 2 drinks with me right now. I've got my apple cider vinegar and lemon in water, which I forgot to drink this for like 2 weeks, you guys, because like stressful house things like threw me off. And I started noticing, I'm like, my skin is feeling weird. And I'm like, you know what? And I broke out like a day or two, like right here. And I was like, you know what? You haven't been drinking your apple cider vinegar drink that's been keeping your skin clear. So I'm like, make sure you do that tomorrow. And then bottle of water, which I drank a ton of water yesterday. Maybe that was why I was so productive, because I was so hydrated. Okay, you guys, just thought I would share that, I don't know, little story motivation, because when I saw that comment on my phone this morning, I like pretty much jumped out of bed because I was like, you know what? You've got work to do. Like, don't lay in bed and like dilly-dally for another 30 minutes to an hour. Get up, get your work done. People are counting on you, Alexis. So definitely keep motivation on your phone, like inspiration on your phone, positive comments, emails that you get, inspirational images, all that stuff, because laying in bed at 7 o'clock in the morning, you never know when it's just going to hit a nerve and motivate you to get out of bed and get to action immediately. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to give you a quick little update. It's a little bit before noon, and I am just trucking along with my downloads. I'm almost done the worksheets, which I design in Adobe InDesign. If anyone was curious, all my inserts, all my worksheets, my ebooks, everything like that gets designed in Adobe InDesign. And then I have to work on some other downloads, like some stickers and like a journaling card set that I'm going to do for the class. So I just thought you guys would like to see, I didn't want to show you guys the process of me designing any of these, only because, I'm creating these for a class and I don't want to make like the information public, because obviously people paid to join the class to get access to these exclusive downloads. So one of the downloads that it's something that I always rely on over and over and over again, is my project planning worksheet, which I'm pretty comfortable showing you guys this because you guys probably have seen it before. It's the project planning sheet that I use. I have a bundle for project planning in my shop, and this basic design is the design that I use over and over and over again. So just showing you guys, this is what InDesign looks like. It's a professional program for designing any materials that are printed. So anything that's meant to be printed, you design in InDesign. So flyers, newspapers, I don't know if like your local newspaper uses this or not, but those sorts of printed materials would be created in InDesign. So I just wanted to take a second and show you guys that in case you were interested. Okay, everybody, so it is Tuesday and it's about 1:30, and I'm just checking in with you guys because I'm so excited. I got all of my downloads and designs and printables done for the masterclass, and that was like part of my really big work today. So because I'm done and it's about lunchtime, and I did that extra work last night that basically, gave me extra time today, I think I'm gonna go eat lunch real quick. And then I'm feeling a little bit tired, like I could take a nap. So I might go after I eat and just take a nap, and then maybe just like clean up a little bit and chill, like kind of just take some time away from my desk. And if I'm feeling energized, after that, I'm going to come back and do some more work because I have to film some segments for the masterclass. So, yeah, I'm really excited that I'm ahead. It feels really good to be ahead. This is why it's great to wake up in the morning, because early, because I know some people think it's like you're just trading time. Like if you wake up early, it just means you have to go to bed the night before, like earlier, to make up for it. But it's not like a one-to-one. Like if I wake up earlier, I go to sleep, a hour earlier too. Like, yes, that may be possible, like that may need to happen, but um, I find that it's like you get more than just an hour back because you're up early and you're energized, and I'm achieving so much more than if I'd woken up at like 10 and just felt like, oh, why did I wake up at 10? And you just kind of get down on yourself, and then it causes like a negative spiral. So yes, when I wake up early, I get like so much more done in the daylight hours. And that's the other thing too. I think, although this is not really in my nature to really wake up early, I do think when I wake up early, it's better because if I start the day earlier and I have like more daylight hours, I think that people get like tired and lazy when it gets dark. Like, we know that. Like, when it gets dark out, we get tired. So if you woke up late and that means you have to work later into the darkness, chances are you'll probably be more sluggish, or you'll get more lazy or want to cut corners or just want to stop doing your work. So it just feels so good when you get to like it's like 1:30 and I'm done. Like, the bulk of the work I thought I was going to do today is just over. So feels good, and gonna go have my lunch now. Okay, so it is Wednesday morning at about 10 a.m. I am in my office right now with my breakfast, bottle of water, detoxy drink again. I woke up the same time about today, but I did not immediately get out of bed to go to work. This morning, I saw a video on my YouTube, like my feed, like my subscription feed that I wanted to watch, and then Netflix had like recommended it, not Netflix, I'm sorry, YouTube had recommended a documentary. I'm like a sucker for like documentaries, and I watch them on Netflix or on, just like cable TV, or YouTube has a lot of them. And I'll just like randomly be suggested one and I'll be like, okay, I'll watch it. So I did that this morning. As you probably already know, because I probably already put a clip in or something, yesterday was very productive. And I did not end up going back to film after my little break yesterday, but I just kind of chilled the rest of the day, and I took care of some like personal things that I needed to do. Some things like I had to like book jet skis for this Bermuda trip with my mother and my sister. So I had to do that and some other things that I just was like, let me just get this over with and chill, and then we'll start fresh on Wednesday. So the major thing on the docket for today is to do that filming that I need for my masterclass. I printed out my script, which is like 17 pages long, and then I also went ahead and printed out the all the printables and stuff that I designed yesterday. So I'll be ready to go to do this. I thought it would be a good time right now for me to just like quickly address a question that I had gotten from somebody on Snapchat. I think it was Loey. Yes, Loey asked, how do you organize yourself so you don't get distracted? And she said specifically that she has a lot of things to do, that she jumps from one thing to another without finishing what she's done. So basically, how do I handle things like that? We already talked yesterday a little bit about how I will keep inspiration like on my phone, like quotes or comments or emails that I've received, anything that kind of like uplifts me and like motivates me to work. That is definitely one of the ways that I kind of jumpstart myself to start a project. And then I guess if your issue is also that you don't complete a project, right? That you get distracted and move from one thing to another, I'll say, I definitely struggle with this. I guess, yesterday was a day where in the morning I was incredibly focused, but once I was done what I needed to do, I just kind of let myself do whatever I wanted. So I would say that for me, one of the ways that I find that I motivate myself to start and complete a project is by making sure that I'm in the habit of never really wasting my time. And what I mean by that is I will only put something on my to-do list or commit to an obligation or agree to do something if it's something that I truly want to do. So I know that for me, I have a lot of flexibility in what I'm allowed to agree to because I run my own business. So for you, if you work outside the home or you have other obligations, it may be harder for you to say no, or you may actually just be in situations where you can't say no because it's like for your job. But I think that if you get yourself into the habit of not agreeing to do things that you don't want to finish, or not starting things that you don't intend to finish, then I think that's a good practice. And I think the best way to know whether or not something is going to be something you're interested in, or if it's something that's going to be like end up being like a waste of your time or something you won't finish, is to really understand why you're doing something. So for me, I do often start projects for my business and then don't finish them, because I started with an idea, and during the process I realized, this isn't what I wanted to do. This isn't really what I'm after, and I think my time and energy can be spent better somewhere else. So I will stop the project and I'll just stop it and cancel it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I think recognizing when something isn't working is very important in your life so that you're not just following through, because I think blind follow through is not necessarily a virtue. You really should only be spending your time on things that really matter or are important. I think as soon as you recognize that you're wasting your time, it is probably a good idea to like stop so you don't waste any more of it. But if you have like a reason for starting a project, right? Like maybe you're someone who, if you're starting and not finishing projects, I'm assuming these are like personal, not necessarily work, or they're like your own like business things. But let's say you're committing to start a blog, right? And you don't find yourself following through. Like maybe you start setting up the site or you start blogging and then you stop. I think that is a disconnect between your mind and your heart, like really understanding why you're doing something. So like people start things all the time they think are good ideas and they're not really truly in their heart interested in it, I feel like. So I feel like if you start something and then you get distracted by something else and then it makes it hard to go back to the other thing, I kind of think that the first thing probably wasn't worth your time. Like you probably didn't have a really strong reason why you were doing it. So I think if you find out what the why is for what you're doing, it makes it easier to complete the project because you see that there's value in completing it. And then one last point I would make on this topic of staying motivated. So let's say you're someone who is motivated, you have a really good reason why you want to do something, but you just keep getting distracted and you like have like almost like shiny object syndrome. You see something else that you want to work on and you do something else, but that thing you've already started is still important. I would say that you have to keep in mind that it's natural for people to get distracted. It's natural for your brain to get distracted. And it definitely is something that happens to me as well. But I know this is going to maybe sound a little bit corny, and maybe something, I don't know, maybe like some of you will just think this is woo-woo, but I kind of think that this relates and kind of helps. But I find that because I'm someone who practices meditation, I don't practice it perfectly, I don't do it every day, but I'm someone who tries to meditate on a consistent-ish basis. It's a practice, right? So I'm trying to establish the practice. But something that comes up in meditation a lot is you sit there, you're meditating, closing your eyes, relaxing, clearing your mind of any other thoughts. And as soon as you clear your mind of other thoughts, what always happens for 100% of the people, everyone, like I don't know if you have to be like the most Zen guru to not have this happen, is immediately your mind will start to think about other things. It'll think about what you're making for dinner, plans you have, TV shows you want to watch. It just starts thinking again because the natural state of your brain is to think, right? So when you are meditating and you're calming your mind, the point of meditation is not to get your mind to a place where there's no thoughts popping up. The point of meditation is to get yourself to a place where when you're trying to focus on one thing, in this example of meditating, it's clearing your mind. So when you're focusing on clearing your mind, as soon as you notice your mind is wandering, to snap yourself back to where your focus is. So how this relates to having like a wandering eye with your projects or things that you're doing is that I find that because what I've learned through meditation, that whenever I am starting a project and I walk off to do something else, as soon as I realize, oh no, you've walked off to do something else, but you were in the middle of something else, I snap myself back. So if I'm sitting here like working on, I don't know, writing a blog post and I walk away to play with Starbucks and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to come back. Or if I get a phone call and I'm like on the phone with someone and I'm like, as soon as I realize that I'm letting myself get distracted, I force myself to come back to center. So think about it that way. I don't think anyone is immune to having distractions. The point of focus and being motivated and kind of being like, you know, having like that laser focus on what you're doing is as soon as you realize you've gotten distracted, you need to come back to center. And it may take you longer. You know, if you first start with meditation, as well as I'm sure with this, it's probably going to take you longer to realize that you've gotten distracted. But as soon as that thought pops into your head, oh, you've gotten distracted from something else you were doing, you have to force yourself to go back. So, and the more and more you force yourself, the quicker it will actually that distraction will actually go away. So for me, I will actually notice that sometimes I'll be at my desk working on something. And I have this tendency, because I like can see my kitchen, to walk over to my kitchen and look around as though I'm looking for food, which you guys probably know is like the worst. It's the worst distraction, right? Looking for food. I'm not even hungry. I'm just looking for food just to see what the options are. And then I like realize as I'm like opening the refrigerator, you are distracting yourself looking for food instead of doing your work. And then I close the door and I force myself to go back. So this is something that happens to me too. The point is not to think that the distraction in itself is bad. The point is to snap yourself back into the focus and acknowledge that you're being distracted. So I hope that helps. Okay, that was a little bit of a long rant for today. This video, I hope it's not going to get so super long, but it's a whole week in my work life, and I think there's some important nuggets in it. So yeah, I'm going to get back to work. I'm not really going to be able to, I don't think I'm going to be able to film myself filming, right, for you guys, but that is what I'm working on today, and if anything else pops up, you will be the first to know. Okay, it's now Thursday morning at just about 10:30. I got a little bit of a late start this morning. I slept in until like 9, and then when I woke up, I wasn't feeling good, so I just kind of laid in bed for a while. I feel like I'm getting like I don't think I have like sick. I just feel like you know what you get when the weather changes and you've got allergies and you just start feeling stuffy. I've been feeling stuffy and I've been taking allergy pills and I've been using like my immunity sage wellness oil like on my face to like open up my sinuses. I let myself be lazy this morning and just watched some YouTube videos and just chilled out in bed. But I'm up now. Yesterday was very productive. I told you guys that I was filming for the masterclass and I got all my scenes done. I'm so excited. So today, I'm like really ahead on my work. I'm really excited about this. So today, I am going to strive to do the following things. I need to edit those clips and get them like exported, right? So that they're up for the masterclass. Then I need to edit this vlog. I started compiling my clips the other day. I think I forgot to tell you guys. I think it was Tuesday. I started moving things off of my phone and like onto my external hard drive for editing, but I need to do some more. Like I need to go in there and edit this vlog a little bit because I don't want it to be really overwhelming because I'm going to have to do it on Saturday, like after my masterclass, after I film my last vlog clip for you guys. So edit the masterclass stuff, the vlog, and I need to do the emails for the masterclass. And if I can squeeze in also writing my newsletter for Sunday, then I actually can take tomorrow off. So super excited. I'm really going to try to push myself because I really feel like I can get it all done. I know that editing the masterclass is probably going to take me 4 hours, but working on the vlog will probably only take me an hour. Writing the emails takes another hour probably, and then the newsletter could take me, yeah, like a half hour to an hour. So I think if I just like sit and work, I can get it all done. And then tomorrow I'll have a free day, which, you know, I'll probably just spend preparing for the masterclass. But, you know, everything is good when you can like don't have to necessarily work one day. I can actually just take tomorrow off. So that is going to be my goal today. I also need to do a crock pot meal for dinner because I forgot to do it yesterday. So we had to eat something else yesterday. But I have a half of a pork loin that I need to put into the crock pot. So I'm probably going to do that actually right now because I need to get it in before noon and I don't want to forget. Yesterday I forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do that right now and then start my work. If I remember, I will insert a clip of me doing the recipe so you guys have that. And you may notice that my hair is straight right now. That's going to be a departure from this vlog because I would have had curly hair in every other clip. And I did that last night. When we like went to bed, like we go up to our bedroom like so early. I think it was like right after dinner and it was like 8 and we were like in bed and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna straighten my hair. So I straightened my hair last night, but I just put it in after I straightened it, I just put it in a ponytail. That's why it's like not really pretty big. It's not like perfectly straight like it was last night. It's gotten like kinky from being in a ponytail and being slept on, but better than being crazy girly. And then I forgot to also mention that yesterday I also did my taxes. So yesterday was really productive. I got everything done. So, yeah, I'm going to go now and I'm going to get started on that crock pot. Okay, so here is the half of the pork loin inside of my crock pot. I just went ahead and seasoned it with salt and I cut it into sections. It's not completely cut through, but having these sorts of like sections like most of the way through will help it cook quicker, which is good because this is going to be like a pulled pork. Okay, now I've just added some seasoning on top. I put a generous helping of cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, and then also some ground ginger. The ground ginger I think is really important because whenever I'm cooking with meat, like red meats or anything like this that's like not chicken, I always put in ground ginger because meat tends to be hard on your stomach and your digestion, and ground ginger is really good. Like ginger, as you may know, is like something that you will eat or drink when you have an upset stomach. So I always like to put ginger onto any sorts of meats that aren't chicken. Or like if I'm making a nice steak, I wouldn't put it on a nice steak. I also have a little chicken bouillon cube in there because I'm going to add some water to this before I turn it on. Okay, now I've added that cup of water. So basically that's going to basically boil and add moisture into the pork loin. And then that chicken bouillon cube is going to obviously mix with that. And it's going to be basically cooking in a chicken broth. So I'm going to put this on high for now when I put the lid on and let this sit for the rest of the day. It's a little bit, yeah, it's like 10:45 right now, so I'll let it sit until like dinner time, and it'll be good to pull. And we could add any like sauce or anything. I think we have maybe some barbecue sauce, but actually, I think we're making enchiladas with this. Never mind. Okay, so like we're gonna put these in burritos, and then probably bake them in the oven again. But yeah, this is basically a crock pot recipe for making a pork loin. Okay, so just an update on Thursday for you guys. It's about 4 o'clock on Thursday. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a different shirt, and specifically the shirt that I was wearing yesterday, I was going through and I was editing the masterclass footage, and basically some footage was corrupted. And I've never had this happen to me before, as far as I can remember, especially not with like my nice DSLR cameras. So I essentially had to refilm footage. So just now I finished editing and it's now like in the export process, but I'm a little concerned because the file is so big. I just hope it will export properly and then upload properly, because we're essentially talking about like over 2 hours of, it's like a 2 hour YouTube video that was filmed in like high def. So I don't know. I think it should be fine uploading it to YouTube. I'm going to have to look into it. What I'm really worried about is the export onto my external hard drive. I don't remember if it was this hard drive or a different hard drive that like you can only export like a max of like 6 gigs, and this is 11 gigs. And this is only at 720p, not even at like full HD. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it alone. It's gonna take a while. I mean, it doesn't normally take me too long for my normal videos, but I know this is probably gonna take a while. Like it's a heavy file. Like my normal files are like 1 to 2 gigs. This is 11. So I wouldn't be surprised if this takes a couple of hours. So actually, the day off that I thought maybe I would get tomorrow, for getting ahead, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know why I didn't think about this. See, important to think about everything. I didn't really think about the fact that it would take forever to export. So yeah, today it looks like just this is going to get done, which is fine. It was a very big project. I was ahead on it. But what else needs to be done? Editing the vlog didn't necessarily need to be done today, so that was okay. And I might, after this exports, if I ever get it to export right, I may need to come back to my computer to write at least one email, because I needed to have an email. I wanted to have an email out for tomorrow morning, so it should be done. I should really get it scheduled for tonight. So that's where I'm at with my work today. And that's probably how the rest of the day will proceed. So as long as nothing else crazy happens, I'll probably just see you in tomorrow's clip. Okay, so it's now Friday morning at a little after 8:30, and I am up and in my office bright and early today to knock out the rest of my to-do list. I was not feeling so well last night and over the last couple of days, but thanks to a very special essential oil, I am feeling much better, and I was actually able to get a great night's sleep and wake up and feel really refreshed this morning. So it always makes it easier to get out of bed when you're like nice and refreshed. So I shared that oil on Snapchat, which I realize by the time this video goes live, no one is going to be able to see that because it'll be more than 24 hours. But what I'll say is make sure that you guys are following me on Snapchat, because that is really where I do like my daily vlogging. So if you have Snapchat and you're not following me, make sure to look me up, MissTrenchcoat. I'm going to just pop in my Snap information here for you guys, because that's really where I share like the day to day of my life way more often. This week, since I've been vlogging, I've been a really bad Snapchatter because it's hard to do both. Like I don't get people who like daily vlog and Snapchat and do the Instagram stories thing. Yeah. And maybe I should just condense and like get rid of Snapchat and just go to Instagram stories. I don't know. Make sure you're following me on Instagram too, just in case that transition happens. But yeah, so I realize not everyone has Snapchat, but that's the way the cookie crumbles with this. Making a video is really, for a vlog, is just really too much for me, and I think it's unnecessary. It's easier for me to just snap what I'm thinking every once in a while, or show you guys an unboxing of something I've gotten, stuff like that. So today, I am going to be working on just a few things that are left over from yesterday, because I was actually last night able to get the everything exported fine, miraculously, everything uploaded fine, miraculously, and my whole watch page is built now, so I'm really happy about that. So today, all I have to do are a couple of emails and write a couple of emails to go out to the masterclass folks and do my newsletter. So I don't have too much on my plate, and I'm not really, I'm typing. It's going to be me sitting at my desk typing. Imagine that. That's what the rest of this morning is going to look like. And then I'm going to try to come back because I would like to show you a few things that I received over the last couple of weeks, and show you guys those things. And yeah, so that'll probably be the next clip after this. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you later with a little bit of a fun haul. Okay, you guys, so it is about 12:30 now, and I am calling it quits for today. It is Friday, half the day is gone, and my work is at a place where I can successfully walk away. I got all of the emails done and everything I need to do for the masterclass tomorrow. Yes, obviously there's still things I have to do for it tomorrow, and because I'm working for like half the day tomorrow, I think it's important for me to like cut out like half of the day today to like make up for it, to like balance things out. So that's all good. And I was able to put together my newsletter for Sunday as much as I could. I can't finish it until this vlog is edited and uploaded to YouTube. So I do have to wait on that, but I should be able to put the finishing touches on that tomorrow after I edit this vlog, after the masterclass is done, which really, let's be honest, I'm not going to be working a half day tomorrow. It's probably like most of a day tomorrow, but you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, so right now, what I wanted to do is show you guys some things that I've been sent recently, specifically a few planners. And I would also like to do a giveaway with some of these planners. 2 of these planners I would like to do a giveaway with. So if you're interested, let's watch this next clip. Okay, so please excuse the messiness of my desk. Obviously, you know, I've been working, so things are dirty / messy around here. Okay, so these are the 3 planners that I have recently been sent, not including the Filofax original, which you guys saw in that 43 folders setup video. So that was actually the 4th planner I was sent. But these are the 3 that I've gotten, and then I'm going to be giving 2 of them away. Now, this first one here, I'm going to do this one at a time. Okay, so this first one here is from a company called Personal Planner. And they are a company that actually lets you kind of like design your own planner and choose different options, including different covers and back covers, and you build your planner and they send it to you. I believe they're in Europe somewhere, like Denmark or Sweden, I forget. But they offered me a coupon to basically try this out. So of course, duh, I did like Charmed Life Planner 2017, right, with this one. And it's got this ruler in here. So it's got this hard plastic cover. Then it's got this very nice, like kind of not laminated, but like wax coated cover that's actually pretty sturdy. My information is in here. This is why I don't think I'm going to give this away, because my information is actually in this planner. And then what I got was like a 12-month, like July to June, or maybe it was August to June, actually. Yeah, maybe it's August it starts in, to June. But essentially what this is a week on 2 pages. And let me actually go to the monthly. It's got a month on 2 pages layout, you know, pretty straightforward, normal boxes, area for notes. You know, I love that. And then it is a week on 2 pages, and I selected the lined pages, but they actually have a couple of different layouts that include vertical and horizontal layouts. So there's a few different options, and you can also get like blank, or you could get ones that maybe had a time broken out, or ones where like, you know, like when every other line is highlighted, like down here, you could have gotten them like that. I was also able to choose like the theme for this planner, and I chose, of course, this black and white one. It has like this little diamond and like an arrow. I just thought that was cute for me. Some of the designs were a little kitty, I think, but there were some that were just kind of plain, and I tried to go with like a plain one that I'd like. But what I really like about this planner is that they let you customize different areas. So if you can see down here, there were actually 3 modules down at the bottom that you could customize. I chose the weekly to-do list, right, where you could actually put like a few items and then mark if you started them or if they were completed. I chose the dinners, which I was a little sad that it was only Monday through Friday, but it's better than nothing. At least you have a dedicated place for that. And then I left one area blank, like in case I wanted to put stickers or just make notes. But they had a whole bunch of different selections for the modules that you could put down there. So this just kind of keeps going, and every month they have like a color. See, this is August, it's blue, and you can see on the side of this planner, like I think you can see there, like all those little color boxes for each of the months. And the last thing you can customize is the back. Let's see what I put in. Here we go. They give you a certain amount of customization in the back of this. So I chose an overview for 2017, which is basically like a monthly overview with the dates and the day of the week. So you could plan out like, you know, almost like year at a glance, but it's not a glance, it's on 4 pages, but still very useful for planning out like long term. And then the rest of this, I chose quad paper because, you know, I love quad paper. It also comes with a top loading envelope, and they also sent me these cute stickers. So I'm assuming these stickers are something they sell on their site. And then there's the back cover. which I got stripes on the back and then another hard backing for this. So pretty cute planner. I'm going to leave you guys a link down below if you guys want to customize your own planner. I think it's pretty cute. I think it has everything, you know, most of the things you need. And I don't know, I could see people using this. Like, I think it's cute and it seems to be a really nice quality. The next planner that I have here is from Kikki, and I don't actually know what this is called, but it says medium leather personal planner. I think this is like their pink lilac or something like that. It's got this pretty pink, like, and almost, I think they call it like lavender or lilac. It's kind of like pink and a little bit of purples mixed together and almost like this watercolor floral. I like it. I think it's cute. This is a personal size, like file of facts style 6 ring. I love Kikki because their planner rings are always so big. So these are humongous, probably 1¼ inch rings is what I would say. 1¼ I think is what that is. But if you've ever seen a Kikki planner before, you know it's got this great secretarial pocket in the front with different places for little doodads to kind of be tucked away. It comes with some dividers in this beautiful coral color, stickers that you can actually put on the ends of the other dividers to mark off sections. And it comes with undated calendars and notes and to-dos, right? So it's, and then maybe just blank note paper for the rest of it. And then in the back, there is, you kind of can't see because this is blocking it, but there's another notepad, list pad there. So this is going to be one of the planners I'm going to give away because I don't need it. It's very cute, but it's not really my style. But it is a beautiful Kikki planner and it needs a good home. So I'm going to set this to the side. It also comes in a beautiful box. I'm going to set this aside so I can show you the last planner before we talk about giveaway details. This is the 2017 Ban.do planner. You guys may remember from my spiral planner showdown last year that I got the larger size. This is their new smaller size. Here's my hand for comparison. It's roughly A5, spiral bound, and this is actually, I think, a 17-month. It started, I think, maybe in July or August. It has these cute stickers, and let's see. Yeah, it started in August, okay? So we're not too far into this one yet, which is good, and then it goes through full year of 2018. So these Ban.do agendas, they're very cutesy in terms of, like, I don't think like a professional working woman is going to use this, but I could see like if you are like a creative person who works for themselves or someone who's in school or a high schooler or a teenager, I totally think this will work for someone like that. And this is, it's got a month on 2 pages with the week on 2 pages in the horizontal. So that is that. And I think this is called like the jade, marbleized jade or something like that. It's a beautiful cover. So yeah, I think it's gorgeous and just a little bit too, I don't know, youthful for me. Okay, so now the details of this giveaway. Of course, I have to give you the disclaimer that you must be 18 years of age or older or have your parents' or legal guardian's permission before entering for this giveaway. In order to be eligible for the giveaway, you need to be a subscriber of this channel, and how you enter is all you need to do is leave me a comment down below telling me whether or not you want the Ban.do agenda or the Kikki agenda. I'm doing this super simple, super old school on YouTube. You don't need to be subscribed to me on any other friggin' platform, just here. Two caveats. I'm only going to open this to US viewers. And I understand that it sucks when people don't do international giveaways. You guys know that as often as possible, I try to do international, but these guys are going to cost money to ship. So I would rather not have to pay more for shipping. And no, if you offer to pay for shipping and you're international, that does not mean you can still enter. So I'm very sorry. Please understand that it's just harder when you're international. So I'm only going to open this to US residents. Okay. Sorry about that. But you guys know, international, I have your back so much. Number 2 is I really, very strongly want these planners to go to someone who does not have a planner. So many people do giveaways, and I know that so many of us in the community already have multiple planners. So I really want this to go to someone who absolutely needs them, okay? So if you do not have a planner, you can't afford a planner, you don't have one, you're getting started, I would love for you to enter. Obviously, I can't stop anyone. I can't tell who does and does not have planners already. But please, you guys, I would like these planners to go to someone who doesn't actually own any planner, okay? So keep that in mind, please. And thank you guys so much, and good luck to everyone. And I will say that this giveaway, I'm going to run this through the end of September. So September 30th at midnight or whatever, once it switches over to October, the entries are going to be closed, and then I will directly message you in YouTube on your comment, and you need to get back to me within, let's say, 48 hours or I pick someone else, okay? So those are the parameters. For any extra clarification, I will leave the giveaway details down below as well. Oh my God, you guys, something amazing just came in the mail. I'm gonna show you. And Starbucks might have a fit right now, but I have to let you see what we just set up. Check that out. Oh my God, we have a robot in the house. This is a robotic vacuum cleaner. It's from a brand called iLife. It's basically like a knockoff of the Roomba, but way, way cheaper. And the reviews were basically like the same as the Roomba. And I really wanted to try one of these because I hate cleaning. And we have such a big house now with so many different types of floors that we really wanted to get something that would basically clean for us. So that would go from different, like my hardwood to the carpet and all that. So yeah, I'm testing this guy out. Hopefully he works. Look at him going under the credenza. He is so good. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so it is Saturday morning at a little after 9:15, and I am here in my office prepping for my Planning for Success masterclass. Luckily, because I got all of my work done by, I think it was by yesterday, yeah. I am not going to need to do very many things today, but I am monitoring my email, and I have some things I have to work on the page that kind of go live today for the class. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here, and I'm going to follow back up with you guys after the class to let you guys know how it went, and to maybe say a quick goodbye on this vlog, because Saturday was the last day of the week. Well, I started this on a Sunday, so it is now Saturday, which is the last day of this vlog, and it's probably going to be an hour long, and I apologize for that, but what can you do? So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, finish up my work, and I'll talk to you after the class. Okay, you guys, so it is 2 p.m., a little after 2 p.m. It is exactly 2:09, and I just terminated the call for the masterclass. That went so amazing. Thank you to everybody who came and asked questions and were so engaging. I sincerely hope that the class has been useful to you guys and that you found it not just informative and inspiring, but also actionable. That's so important to me. So thank you guys all for coming. I'm so excited that so many of you guys during the class and after the class when we were doing the Q&A were just like so excited and loved it. So I'm so happy. And I can't wait to see all the feedback, and I can't wait to share the class with those of you who maybe didn't get in on this round, because I am planning to release it like publicly. So yeah, if you guys want more information on that, just kind of keep up to date with my social media, maybe subscribe to my email list, and you'll be one of the first to hear about it, okay? So now I have to edit this vlog. That's probably gonna be 10 hours long, but sorry about that, but it's my whole week. So it is what it is. I'll try to make it as short as I can, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog and participating in the giveaway that I talked about the other day, yesterday. I don't even remember the days of the week. It's been so busy here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like vlogs. Leave me a comment down below if you've got a question. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, bye-bye.